Business valuation in divorce proceedings. Introduction. A. Definition of business valuation in divorce proceedings. Business valuation in divorce proceedings refers to the process of determining the value of a business owned by one or both spouses in a marriage. This is a critical aspect of divorce settlements as it helps in determining the value of marital assets and allocating property and assets in a fair and equitable manner. Accurate business valuation is essential to ensure that both parties receive a fair share of the assets and that the divorce settlement is just and reasonable. B. Importance of accurate business valuation in divorce settlements. The business valuation process in divorce proceedings involves the examination of various aspects of the business, including its financial stability, market conditions, industry trends, and growth potential. A qualified and impartial business valuation expert is usually involved in the process to ensure that the valuation is accurate and unbiased. C. Overview of the business valuation process in divorce proceedings. In this outline, the purpose, methods, factors influencing, role of experts, and challenges associated with a business valuation in divorce proceedings will be discussed in detail. It aims to provide a comprehensive understanding of the importance of business valuation in divorce proceedings and the steps involved in determining the value of a business owned by one or both spouses. Two. Purpose of business valuation in divorce proceedings. A. Determining the value of marital assets. The primary purpose of business valuation in divorce proceedings is to determine the value of marital assets. This includes the value of the business owned by one or both spouses, which is then used to allocate property and assets in the divorce settlement. The value of the business is a crucial factor in determining the overall value of the marital assets and in allocating the assets in an equitable manner. B. Allocating property and assets in divorce settlements. Another important purpose of business valuation in divorce proceedings is to ensure the equitable distribution of assets. This means that the value of the business and other assets owned by both spouses are divided in a manner that is fair and reasonable to both parties. This helps to avoid disputes and conflicts between spouses and ensures that the divorce settlement is just and reasonable. C. Ensuring equitable distribution of assets in divorce proceedings. Finally, business valuation in divorce proceedings helps to provide a clear understanding of the financial situation of the business and the assets owned by both spouses. This information is useful in negotiating the terms of the divorce settlement and in making informed decisions regarding the distribution of assets. 3. Methods of business valuation. There are several methods that can be used to determine the value of a business in divorce proceedings. These methods include asset-based valuation, income-based valuation, market-based valuation, and a combination of these methods. Each method has its own advantages and disadvantages, and the choice of method depends on the specific circumstances of the business and the divorce proceedings. A. Asset-based valuation. This method involves the calculation of the value of the business assets, including property, equipment, inventory, and investments. The value of the assets is then subtracted from the liabilities to determine the net worth of the business. This method is typically used when the business has a significant amount of tangible assets and limited liabilities. B. Income-based valuation. This method involves the calculation of the business's potential future earnings and cash flow. The value of the business is determined based on its expected future cash flow and profitability. This method is typically used when the business has a proven track record of earnings and stability. C. Market-based valuation. This method involves the comparison of the business being valued to similar businesses that have been sold in the market. The value of the business is determined based on the sales prices of comparable businesses. This method is typically used when there is a limited amount of financial information available about the business. D. Comparison of different methods. A combination of different methods may be used to determine the value of the business in divorce proceedings. This approach provides a more comprehensive understanding of the value of the business and allows for a more accurate valuation. IV. Factors influencing business valuation in divorce proceedings. There are several factors that can influence the value of a business in divorce proceedings. These factors include the size and stability of the business, market conditions, industry trends, and the potential for growth. Understanding these factors is essential in determining the value of the business and in allocating assets in a fair and equitable manner. A. Size and stability of the business. The size and stability of the business is a significant factor in determining its value. A larger and more stable business is typically valued higher than a smaller and less stable business. The financial history of the business, including its revenue, expenses, and profitability, is also taken into consideration when determining its value. B. Market conditions. Market conditions play a crucial role in determining the value of a business. A business in a growing market is typically valued higher than a business in a declining market. The state of the economy and the specific industry trends are also considered when determining the value of the business. C. Industry trends. The specific trends in the industry in which the business operates can also have a significant impact on its value. A business operating in a growing and profitable industry is typically valued higher than a business operating in a declining and unprofitable industry. D. Potential for growth. The potential for future growth is another important factor in determining the value of a business. A business with a strong potential for growth is typically valued higher than a business with limited potential for growth. The business plan, market analysis, and industry trends are all considered when determining the potential for growth. Versus role of experts in business valuation in divorce proceedings. A. Qualifications of a business valuation expert. In divorce proceedings, the business valuation process can be complex and may require the expertise of a professional business valuator. A professional business valuator has the experience and knowledge to accurately determine the value of a business, taking into account all relevant factors and methodologies. B. Responsibilities of a business valuation expert in divorce proceedings. The business valuator's opinion is important in determining the value of the business and in determining an equitable distribution of assets in the divorce settlement. The valuator's expertise can help to resolve disputes and conflicts between the spouses, and can provide a more accurate and impartial representation of the value of the business. C. Importance of impartiality and objectivity in business valuation. The business valuator's report, including the methodologies used and the conclusions reached, can be presented in court as evidence in the divorce proceedings. This report can help the judge make informed decisions regarding the division of assets and can provide the basis for negotiations between the spouses. V. Challenges in business valuation in divorce proceedings. While business valuation in divorce proceedings is a necessary aspect of dividing assets between spouses, it can also present several challenges. These challenges can arise from various factors, including a lack of transparency and cooperation between the spouses, a lack of accurate financial information, and conflicting opinions on the value of the business. A. Lack of transparency and cooperation. In some cases, one spouse may be reluctant to provide complete and accurate financial information about the business. This can make it difficult for the business valuator to accurately determine the value of the business and can lead to disputes between the spouses. B. Lack of accurate financial information. In some cases, the financial information of the business may not be up to date or accurate. This can make it challenging for the business valuator to arrive at an accurate valuation, and may require additional investigation and research. C. Conflicting opinions. The spouses may have conflicting opinions on the value of the business. This can lead to disputes and may require mediation or arbitration to resolve. 7. Conclusion. Business valuation in divorce proceedings is an important process that determines the value of a business and helps to allocate assets in a fair and equitable manner. The choice of method for business valuation depends on the specific circumstances of the business and the divorce proceedings, and may involve the use of several different methods. The size and stability of the business, market conditions, industry trends, and potential for growth are all important factors that can influence the value of a business. The use of a professional business valuator is important in determining the value of a business and providing an accurate and impartial representation of the value of the business. In conclusion, business valuation in divorce proceedings is a complex process that requires a thorough understanding of the business and the relevant factors that can influence its value. The use of a professional business valuator can provide an accurate and impartial representation of the value of the business and help to allocate assets in a fair and equitable manner in the divorce settlement. Thanks for watching.